What's up, everybody? It is not your boy, Dave.
Not your boy.
It's the hype man, Shane.
Hype.
And Russell the Love Muscle.
Oh, yeah.
And you may have noticed that Dave is not here.
Dave is not here.
I think he got food poisoning.
I also think he got food poisoning from my experience with food poisoning.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Usually once a year experience with food poisoning.
Ugh. I don't know. I have a bad diet. And I experience that occasionally myself. This is the DQP Weekly, where we talk about news, movie news, entertainment news, comic books, video games, board games. Fucking, we've got like grass mats out on the table, obviously, where we play like nerdy games too.
If it entertains you, nah. If it entertains us, we talk about it.
Yeah, we talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not into what entertains you, obviously, because, we just talk on and on about shit that you don't care about. So we're going to continue to talk about shit you don't care about.
Yeah. If we did talk about shit that they cared about, maybe they would sign up for our Patreon.
Maybe they would.
Maybe.
Find our Patreon, Drafty Quarters Productions. Donate $1. All of you. Well, Barry looked at our numbers last week. Barry, thanks.
Yeah.
And they were looking a lot better than the last month or so.
Yeah, well, I'd say last couple months.
Last couple months.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Looking pretty good.
Tell your friends.
Thanks.
Give us the 5-star reviews.
Spread the word of mouth. I wanted to say tongue. I should have just said tongue.
What the
I don't know,
fuck?
it's the word of tongue.
Okay. Oh, somebody gave somebody a tongue in a box in a show I was watching. I'll suggest that show too. It's old. I think it's still running.
I think it is too.
Yeah. We got one of our other friends into it. I got one of our other friends into it. Nobody else is watching it, but he's like obsessed now. Anyway, this is the DQP Weekly.
Welcome.
We got headlines.
We do. Headlines. You'll never guess who declined to host the Oscars next year.
Tony Montana.
Probably.
Inigo Montoya.
I feel like he would take the opportunity to search for the man that killed his father.
Maybe. I thought he found him. I don't know. It was just a story that Columbo was telling.
Chris Rock has declined an invite back to host the Oscars in 2023.
Why?
I know. I don't know. Why would he?
They could do like a thing where everyone that comes up on stage slaps it.
Dude.
That's like the SNL sketch where, like, after the Oscars, they're like, "This is what would have happened if Chris Rock had accepted." Every person he throws a dig at comes up and slaps him.
Yeah.
Don't slap comedians.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still talking about this, but we are.
Up next on headlines, Ben Kingsley is set to return to the MCU as Trevor Slattery in Disney Plus's Wonder Man series.
Hell yes, because it's a hilarious character. 2, Wonder Man series.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to break Wonder Man series news.
Pretty sure that wasn't on the fucking slate at Comic-Con.
Nope.
Huh.
It's a early D23.
D23, yeah. D23 news. That's D23 next month.
Break.
Or this month when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Because what is it? September 2nd?
Yeah.
3rd?
Second.
September 2nd.
Because the Lord of the Rings series premieres on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday, September 2nd. Check that out, probably. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you read any of the early review things?
No, I haven't.
All I've read is the titles. And it's basically like, it's really pretty. Which makes me...
Ugh.
Yeah. If it's only really pretty, then we might have problems.
That's interesting. Before we go too far, I was reading a thing about the Ben Kingsley MCU thing,
Oh yeah.
and it's interesting when you compare that he's going to be in Wonder Man, because Wonder Man was an actor in the comics.
Yes.
So
I feel like that's where they're going.
yeah.
Are we getting Nathan Fillion as Wonder Man?
Dude, I don't know. I fucking hope so. Like, he's retired. Like, he's just like retired Wonder Man.
Yeah.
I would like that, because we're getting enough of like, hey, I'm a normal person. Oh, I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, I want more of the other stuff, like retired superheroes.
I'm hoping that's what we get with Fantastic Four. Did you see that theory about the Fantastic Four origin?
Is it the one where they disappeared in the 60s and they're just coming back and
Yeah.
they end up having powers?
Yeah, they basically
Yes, I like that theory.
got stuck in the quantum zone or the quantum whatever.
Yeah.
Quantum realm. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of the negative zone or getting their powers from cosmic waves or whatever.
Yeah. I really like that theory for the MCU. I'm hoping
Yeah. That'd be cool.
they do something along those lines.
Yeah. So they've aged some, but they've like been gone for 30 years and or 50 years.
And then like somehow or another, them coming back breaks the fuck, I don't remember what it's called. The Sentry device that's caused everyone to forget who the Sentry was.
Oh yeah. The like mimetic I don't remember what it is, but
yeah,
I know
like
what you're
a
talking
mimetic
about.
seal.
Yeah, it's
basically.
a mimetic seal, yeah.
Yeah,
our
so,
SCP stuff coming through. If you guys have never looked up like the SCP stuff, you should find it on the internet and read weird creepypastas and freak yourself out. Some of them are stupid, but some of them are really good.
I highly suggest it if you're like, especially if you're a Doctor Who fan, and you love like the new monster every week thing.
Yeah.
Fucking go check out the SCP stuff.
Yeah, it's a new monster every time you open an article.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Yeah. Got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else for the Marvel stuff.
Okay.
You know, people still mad about She-Hulk without having seen any more of it.
I really like it.
If you're on Reddit and you follow any of the Marvel subs, like it's literally like every 5 seconds there's a fucking post about, well, people are stupid if they're mad about She-Hulk, and this is why I'm mad about She-Hulk. And yeah. I mean, at least people are watching it, I guess.
Yeah,
I
but
like
it's also like, I don't like the Marvel fandom, and it's been like this for probably about a year now. The Marvel fandom has reached a point.
The toxicity point.
Yeah, the toxicity point.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of fandoms, like some fandoms never reach, which is what I think is interesting.
Well, I think it was there before, because like we've talked about this before when, you know, like when Jane became Thor and Miss Marvel became big in the comics, you know, like people were mad. Like I was kind of mad, but not because like they were giving chicks a place. It was because, you know, they didn't make new characters.
Yeah.
But like some of them eventually became new characters, which was good.
Right.
And that's what they should do, is make new characters. But like there were people that were just mad that women had powers. It's like there's been women with powers the whole time. Are you stupid?
Yeah. There's strong women in my primarily male dominated genre thing.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Like so much of comics has been about fighting against that stuff. Like,
I know, it's insane.
Like the whole point of the X-Men is like, you know, about racism and like
yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but
mutants are lesser than people.
Yeah, that's literally racism.
The writing is on the wall, folks.
Yeah, it says mutie.
That's a slur.
Yeah, it's basically the Marvel N-word, right?
Yeah. Oh man. All right, well, I've put off this next headline for as long as I could, I guess.
Okay.
I eventually have to admit it, right?
Sure.
Like HBO announced late last week that their new series, House of the Dragon, based on the lore-centric book Blood and Fire by George R. R. Martin, which takes place in the Song of Ice and Fire universe, debuted with 10 million viewers.
Yeah.
This week's episode is up 2% to 10.2 million viewers, while episode 1 has reached 25 million views, making me officially wrong about people caring about this prequel series.
Yeah, by the end of this series, if it continues to go up, like, everyone in the world will watch the last episode.
What?
Like, what the fuck?
So the first Game of Thrones episode, season 1, episode 1, premiered with like 4.2 million viewers,
which is super solid.
Yeah, super solid. Which, like, granted, this viewership is piggybacking on there being 8 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Sure,
but this is HBO's #1 debut premiere.
Yeah, we also have spent the last several years talking about how no one cares about Game of Thrones anymore. I guess we was wrong. I mean, I don't, but somebody does. Lots of people, I guess.
Yeah. So the next thing is that I waited to watch episode 1.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to be a part of the premiere viewership.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched episode 1, and I was like, I don't know. This is still a little shock and all. Like, they're kind of just doing stuff. And then I watched episode 2, like the day after. Then there's one particular scene in episode 2. I was like, fuck. I didn't want to like this.
You got me.
But it genuinely, so far, we're only 2 episodes in, right? But like I'm fairly reeled in. Now I'm also biased because like Matt Smith plays a Targaryen, and I don't know that they could have cast a better Targaryen.
I need to watch him in something other than Mighty Morbin Time, because like that was so bad and he was so awful in it. I don't know that it was his fault.
Was Mighty Morbin Time
Morbius?
Oh yeah, he's done like a couple other things.
I haven't really seen him in anything.
There's like a movie called Bully that he's in. And then like there's a couple other BBC productions that isn't Doctor Who.
Yeah, because like I'm not into Doctor Who.
Yeah,
and Morbius was awful, and like his character was a huge part of why it was awful. But again, I don't know that was his fault. I think that was just like terrible writing and direction.
Let me see if I have a non-Doctor Who
thing to suggest.
I'm
not gonna watch it, but
he was in Last Night in Soho. He wasn't. He didn't have like
he wasn't
a huge
like
part.
Yeah, he was in it. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you guys should watch that. It's fucking crazy. We talked about that on this show.
I watched a lot of the episodes of The Crown that he's in.
Okay,
he does a really good job in that. And to the Doctor Who stuff. So
he's not that great.
He's
Russell
in
just
Pride,
loves him.
Prejudice, and Zombies, which I haven't seen.
What the fuck?
Which is probably bad.
Yeah. If you
the
disagree
fuck
with
was
that,
that
email us
Bully
draftyq@gmail.com.
The movie is not called Bully, so I don't know what the fuck movie that was.
He had a dream that this guy was in a movie called Bully. He's added it to his real memories.
Headcanon, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Move on.
Yeah, moving on. Anyway, so Matt Smith is fantastic in it. He plays a very interesting character. His character specifically is written very well. And then Rhaenyra is a very interesting character. She's the younger girl Targaryen. And Paddy Clandestine plays the king. Yeah. And he does a really good job too. All of the acting in it so far has been pretty solid.
Yeah.
The writing has been very interesting. So you get the first episode, and then there's a 6-month time skip before the second episode. And I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing. But then when I watched the second episode, I was like, oh, this might actually make sense, them doing that this time for this show, because the theory is that they're going to run through like the Targaryen lineage, like
that would be cool.
So like because Blood and Fire isn't it's a novel, but it's like a history lore novel.
Yeah.
So like
it tells a less descriptive story and like kind of like pops in for a little more detailed part and then goes out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting what they're doing. I'm intrigued. I'm probably going to stick with it. I mean, I did finish Game of Thrones, even though I hated the last 2 seasons. But it also ended as poorly as it did for lots of reasons. And I don't know. We'll see.
I keep seeing stuff now that George is saying he told them they needed to run for at least 10.
Yeah. Well, so that was part of the agreement. It just wasn't in the contract.
Oh, that was like a handshake.
When he sat down with DB and the other guy, I don't remember their names because they're fucking irrelevant now, and I'm mad at them still. Still mad at them.
DB Weiss and whatever the other guy was.
Yeah, Benioff or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he initially sat down with them, because everyone's been like a bunch of people had been trying to get him to do this for years, like make a Song of Ice and Fire, a series of some sort, or a set of movies. And he had said no for the longest time because he didn't want his precious
to be done up
soured.
Again.
So part of the initial deal was, they were supposed to run it for 10 seasons. It just wasn't in the contract and it wouldn't be. Because HBO picks it up each season.
Right.
But they also didn't, they dropped him from, including him in the story in the last 2 seasons, too.
Yeah. Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's interesting. But that's it for that headline. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to keep watching it. We'll see what happens. Up next is Studio Ghibli's entire film catalog is now available on digital rental platforms.
That's neat.
I thought it was. That's a deal that people have been trying to get for a while, too.
Yeah.
That finally came through. Next for headlines, a couple short ones here for you. U.S. theater chains will sell $3 tickets for National Cinema Day set for September 3rd, which is tomorrow if you're listening to this on the day that it released.
Not all theaters, but
U.S. theater chains.
Some,
not
US,
all.
Yeah.
Is it some?
I don't know that it's all of them or not.
The thing I read was very
vague.
It was vague, but it was
all encompassing.
Encapsulating.
I know I got a thing in my emails from Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel that said that they were doing $3 and $3 movies and $3 popcorn.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, the last time I went to the movies for $6.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my $6.
Yeah. Trying to remember how much I went and saw Titanic in the theaters, and I was a kid, which is interesting because I was like, "Oh, boobies," and it was super long and had a fucking intermission. I'm trying to remember how much that was. I think it was only like $7.
Yeah, it's just crazy for 2 parts.
Yeah,
I watched it on VHS.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last headline. Not forever, for today.
Oh, wow.
Just for today.
Okay.
I have an update on a show we've talked about a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I want to preface this with I'm still excited even after this update.
Oh, no.
It's interesting, but I also think I understand because, I was already struggling with how are they going to do this. So, Peacock's Twisted Metal series has wrapped filming. Along with that wrap, we have an official synopsis.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Here we go.
This is the synopsis. Twisted Metal is about a motor-mouthed outsider offered a chance at a better life, but only if he can successfully deliver a mysterious package across a post-apocalyptic wasteland. With the help of a trigger-happy car thief, he'll face savage marauders driving vehicles of destruction and other dangers of the open road, including a deranged clown who drives an all too familiar ice cream truck. As you can tell from the synopsis, the show will be a little different than the game. MovieWeb.com wrote in their article this quote: Twisted Metal has been described as a high-octane action comedy series that's based on an original take from Deadpool and Zombieland writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. The series will include characters based on some of the different unique drivers from the games, but the storyline is not quite the same, as the games typically centered on a deadly demolition derby tournament, wherein the sole surviving driver is able to have their ultimate wish granted. Let's discuss. Did you want Mortal Kombat with cars?
Yeah. Bro, like, that's what it is.
Yeah, like...
And I also wanted the wishes, the monkey paw, man.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm still excited. I am a little disheartened but I did keep thinking like on a regular basis, like not just the days in which we did updates, like I would regularly remember that this was going to be a thing. And I'd be like, how the fuck are they going to do this?
Yeah, like, it's just like stuck in your craw. You're like, I don't get it.
Yeah, like I was wondering if it was gonna like come off more like Gamer or Running Man, and like
I thought it was gonna be like Death Race.
Or yeah, Death Race, duh. That's the obvious one.
Yeah. Like they're all in prison or whatever, or like they bring in guys that like to do it. You know, serial killers across the country that are like, oh yeah, I kill people with my car.
Yeah.
And they like bring them to an arena. Or like they just like invade a town.
Yeah.
And they're just like driving around the town. Cause like that was one of the things about the game too, was like the maps.
Yeah.
You know, the courses were like, you know, city streets, or like one of them was like a small town that had like a carnival going on and like all kinds of shit like that. Some of them were just arenas, but some of them were like interesting set pieces.
Yeah.
Because like I remember in Twisted Metal Black, there was the one that I'm talking about with the town with the carnival, and you could like knock the fucking
Ferris
wheel off, and it would like roll across the town and destroy shit. Yeah, I mean there was like cool shit like that, and like I mean you could still do some of that, but it's not gonna be the same because it wasn't about like anything post-apocalyptic. It was like this guy brought these weird people together to fight each other, and then whoever made it out got their wish granted. And it was always a monkey paw situation where it was like twisted, except for if you were Sweet Tooth, basically like Sweet Tooth was like, I want to kill everyone. And like turns him into Ghost Rider or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't sound like Twisted Metal to me. It sounds like Mad Max with Twisted Metal slapped on it.
Yeah.
Which that's a thing that like keeps happening, you know, like the Halo thing, and what was the other one that was pretty recent? There was another the Resident Evil thing where it's like,
oh yeah,
it feels like they wrote a bleh story.
Yeah. And
they were like, somebody was like, well, I'd buy it if, you know, anybody would watch it. And they're like, well, what if we got a license to put on it? And they're like, oh yeah, that would totally bring people in. And it does. Yeah. And then people are like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. I hope that's not the case, because like between the casting and like the writers, and like it really could be fun. Like I hope it does manage to like
it could be fun. Yeah. It just doesn't sound like Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I like the idea of the tournaments and stuff. And I was kind of expecting like each, the conclusion I had come to as far as like, okay, they might do it this way, was like basically each episode would be a different tournament, and it was just like action fucking packed.
So what I was thinking is like each episode would be about a different character, and then they would all die except for one, and it would be told out of order.
That would
so
cool
you would
too.
See like, you know, the person that died in the first episode, they kill the person in like the 7th episode, and you're like, what the fuck? Because that happened before, and like you see all that shit happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
would have been interesting to me.
Yeah. I thought maybe because they had so many characters to pull from, because I mean I think they should have like 40 or 50 characters.
I don't remember how many characters
Like,
were in that game. There were a few.
Yeah, like
it's kind of like a fighting game where you have like a bunch of different characters, and then like each new version has a new some old characters and then some new characters.
Yeah. And so that was kind of what I thought they might do, was like each episode would be a different like map.
Yeah.
Like, and that, that would be encompassing. And it would just be like a fucking 10-hour action movie. But I also like what you came up with. Like, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Like, really do like a super intimate, like, following of each character.
Yeah, because like that's
through one tournament.
What I was thinking was like because like everybody's about their wish, right? Because so like that's why they're doing it. So then you get into why they want that, and then whether they get it or not.
That would have been that kind of makes me mad that they're not doing that. I really like your idea. I like your idea a lot.
When this fails and we need to remake this in 15 years, somebody find this podcast and make that movie. Or show.
Hopefully in 15 years we can remake the Twisted Metal series and the Cowboy Bebop series and these other failing series.
We'll do a Resident Evil that is actually like in the mansion from 1 and it's the game. And then cuz I saw one on Reddit that was perfect, right?
Yeah.
It was like, you have the first season is in the house and you like finding out about zombies and finding out about Umbrella and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second season, and that one is who's in the house the first time. I don't remember who's.
I didn't really play the games.
It's not Chris. Chris is in the second one. Is it Leon in the first one? I don't remember. Maybe. I'm sorry, I didn't play the games enough. But whoever's in the first one, in the first game, and then like you play the second, or you go to the second season, and it's like you're in Raccoon City, and it's the second game, and with like the police station and everything, and it's the other character, and then like the third one is like them coming together, and like putting what's left of the casts back, together, and like finishing it, right?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But no,
the first one is Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine.
Okay, the first one's Chris. The second one is Leon.
Yeah. I think the second one is what's her fuck instead of Jill.
Claire.
No, Jill's in it until 3, isn't she?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't either.
And like Chris comes back. And
I like watched people play them, but I never really got into them.
Yeah, I mean, I played them, but I didn't beat them, I don't think.
At that time, I was playing like Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy VIII and fucking... Yeah, those 2 games, because they're like 100 hours a piece.
I used to have a really bad problem of not finishing games. I would play them, and then I would be like, eh.
Oh, I have that problem now.
Yeah. I don't do it a lot, but I do that.
Like, play it for 5 minutes, and I'm like, why did I spend $40 on this? This game isn't for me. Overwatch.
Dude, I couldn't think of the name of that game to save my life the other day.
Overwatch?
Yeah. I was just like, it's not Apex, it's not Fortnite, it's not Division, or it's not Section 8. It's not
definitely not Division.
No, it's not Division. I like Division 2, and then like, I don't know, everybody fell off.
Is that the one that we played together?
Yeah. And then I read about how it's changed since they like have added a bunch of stuff. And like,
are they still supporting it?
No.
Oh.
I don't think they are now.
I was like, dude, we played that like 8 years ago.
It wasn't 8 years ago. It was like at the beginning of the pandemic. We were still playing Division.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. It's like 2019.
Yeah, bro, like 8 years ago.
Yeah. We've been sick for so long.
I text Shane the other day and I was like, well, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like,
you were like, I'm freaking out.
The fuck out.
It's like,
and
what?
he was
Why?
like, oh God, what's wrong? And I was like, everyone keeps saying it's been 2 years since the beginning of the pandemic, and it's really, we're only a month away from 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Starting in China at the end of September, beginning of October, I think.
Yeah. 3 years, guys.
Fucking
fucked.
crazy.
It's
All right.
fucked.
Okay, so we got suggestions next.
Yeah, we do.
I watched a crazy ass documentary.
I like documentaries.
Do you like just getting anxiety for 2 hours
From the thing I'm watching?
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
I have the documentary for you. It's called Running with the Devil, The Wild World of John McAfee.
Oh.
It's not about yeah, that band.
Are we both forgetting the band?
Yes.
Was it Halen?
Yes, it's Van Halen.
Yeah, Van Halen.
Man, the quiz today is gonna suck.
Is that a clue?
Yes.
Is it a Van Halen specific quiz?
No.
Okay, because that would be bad.
It might be bad anyway. So it's about an hour and 46 minutes. I think it's on Netflix. It came out last week.
This is new.
This is new.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've actually been reading about John McAfee for years. He was the creator of McAfee Antivirus.
Yeah. Which I think Shane is saying it right, and everyone else has been saying it. Well, not everyone.
That's how John says it.
Yeah.
McAfee.
Yeah.
He says it like there's an extra, because it's MCAFEE.
Yeah.
But he says it like it's MAC.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's McAfee.
Yeah. But
Does people say McAfee?
Yeah. Which when you say McAfee sounds fucking stupid.
It does, but it's how it's spelled. I get it. But that's how John says it like 100 times. So like he's
John, the guy whose last name it is.
Yes.
Yeah. We should probably take his word for it.
So he's a narcissist. Like megalomaniac.
No, I mean he's only created like the greatest antivirus software in the world.
One of the first. I don't know about greatest. One of the most used. But he sold it to Intel for like several $1 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. When that was a lot of money, not like now where it's like, ooh, fucking Bezos has 300 times that,
Fucking dragon.
Did you see the thing on Reddit that was like, oh, I got a written warning for going to the bathroom at Amazon today? Yeah.
No.
They enacted some bathroom policy where you have to ask and they can say no, and otherwise you have to go on your breaks. Yeah. And that person was like, I'm fucking quitting. It was on anti-work.
I fucking would too.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jeez.
so about John McAfee.
Yeah.
So John McAfee, after he sold his company to Intel, and it's still called McAfee Antivirus. It still is to this day. After he sold it, he became a cult leader, and then he got bored and he moved on. And that's not what this documentary is about.
What?
Yeah. This documentary starts after his neighbor is murdered in Belize.
What?
And the authorities want to question him, and he flees. And when he flees, like as he's about to flee, a interviewer and cameraman from Vice show up. This is in 2012 to talk to him about his life and what's going on, and they flee with him to Guatemala.
What?
Yeah. And then they all McAfee gets arrested because they basically they skipped any customs, so they didn't get their passports.
As one does.
Yeah, they didn't get their passports stamped on the way out or the way in. Right.
Okay.
So they get arrested, or the McAfee gets arrested, and the Vice guys are hiding in the hotel that's like Four Seasons, and
Because if I'm gonna hide, I'm gonna hide in the Four Seasons.
And McAfee has a heart attack while he's in prison, in jail, waiting for whatever they're gonna do to him, and then somehow just is sent to the U.S. He just gets sent to the U.S. And these guys are stuck there, and they got to find their way back.
Oh no!
This is in the first 20 minutes.
You said it's an hour and 47 minutes long.
Yes. This is the first 20 minutes of this documentary. And it continues to be batshit crazy the whole time.
What the fuck?
Yes. If you've never read about John McAfee, or if you have and you just want to relive the complete insanity, go watch this. Every time you fucking think that it's okay, that's as crazy as it can get, someone says another sentence and you're just like, what the absolute fuck? All the way up until the last sentence of the fucking documentary. There is a fucking last second twist. Last second. Before the credits of a documentary. What the fuck? Go watch it. Go watch it right now.
Okay, I'm going to. Pause.
Wow, it's fucking insane. I literally had to sit there and just be and fucking digest everything that I had just watched and just relax for an hour and a half. So, don't watch it right before bed.
So are you okay with talking about this again next week?
Yeah. Okay. I'll go watch it with you right after we finish this show.
I'm going to watch it. If you guys want to watch it, we don't have a movie for you to watch this week. Our movie episode, or
since Dave's not here.
He loves Predator.
Yeah,
we can't.
We can't do it without him.
Can't do it without him. So that's going to be next week.
Yep.
When you get Predator 2. I'm going to watch this, and we'll have a primary segment next week.
Yeah.
For this, because I can't not watch this. This sounds fucking nuts.
It's fucking wild. It is wild. Yeah, man. Dude, it's just thinking about it is blowing my mind again. Living like this guy lived is just what?
And this doesn't. I want to point out, this doesn't happen to you a whole lot.
No, man.
You get excited about stuff, but you rarely have this sort of reaction to watching something.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me want to watch it.
Yeah, dude, I don't get that kind of affected by stuff very often.
Yeah.
I'm just oh, that was good, or that was funny, or whatever. But there's been very few things where I was just what?
Yeah. Less than 10 things that have absolutely blown my mind or changed my perspective on something that I've watched. I'll say less than 20.
If you believe everything in this, your perspective on a few things will be changed.
So sit down and believe everything in this.
Only if you want to be curled up in your basement with guns and pit bulls and just being anyone who comes in here dies. You will turn into a fucking paranoid schizophrenic if you believe everything in this. I swear to God, dude, it's fucking insane.
That makes me want to watch it more.
Yeah. No, it's fucking great.
I've been trying to figure out for a while now how to trigger my schizophrenia. So,
yeah, probably do some bath salts and watch this.
Okay,
and
then I'll have a Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It'll look like John McAfee. That would be scary, honestly. If you had a fucking imaginary friend that was just, once you see this, once you guys if you've never seen John McAfee, look go watch this, because he's by the end he's over 70.
I want a cartoon now, written by Dan Harmon.
Yeah,
about a 13-year-old boy who like hits puberty and starts imagining that John McAfee is his best friend.
Oh God, that kid's life is fucked. Go watch this. It's once you watch it and you hear what he just said, that would be the most fucked up cartoon ever.
I don't know why he said that, so I might have to retract that statement next week.
There's no like kitty diddling stuff going on. Nothing like that.
Okay.
Well, so there were reports, and like I'm sure that he would have said this is part of a government conspiracy against him to discredit him. But there were reports that he had a harem of women when he was in Belize. That is not part of this documentary, and some of them were underage for the U.S. Probably not for Belize.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
Like, I don't remember the ages, but like between 15 and 18, somewhere in there. Because I know the first girl that he's with in the documentary is 18. She was 18.
Like 60.
Yeah, she was 18 when they got together, and they've been together for like a year and a half when the Vice guys meet them. And it's not a Vice documentary, so there's like some weird shit going on there too. It's fucking completely fucked. You just gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it next week a little bit more in depth. Maybe we can get Dave to watch it. I don't know. Dave's such a bright-eyed boy.
We don't want to ruin him.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't watch it.
He'll start getting ideas.
That's very weird to me without context. Let's move on. What we got next?
Don't do bath salts, folks.
Yeah, don't do bath salts.
You got a recommendation.
I have a recommendation. I recommend Echoes, especially if you have a twin. So
do any of our listeners have a twin? Email us, draftyq@gmail.com.
I have a friend who has a twin.
Do they listen to the show?
And I get to see him on Thursday. I don't think he listens to the show. He's has a busy life.
Yeah.
He like owns a farm.
You can then you can listen to the show while you're on your tractor, bro. Like, it's a perfect time to listen to podcasts.
And I plan on recommending. Well, actually, I think I'm going to ask and then recommend the show. I'm going to ask if him and his brother have ever done this.
If they've ever parent trapped.
Yeah. So the show is called Echoes. It's on Netflix. It is a Netflix original. I have watched 4 episodes. I've watched 3 or 4 episodes. It is a limited series, I think. Yeah. It is a limited series, right?
He doesn't know.
I watch a lot of stuff. So like sometimes I get them confused.
Oh, I have another recommendation once we do this one. I forgot about.
Yes, it is a mini series.
I didn't put it on the list. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't put it on the list. That's a clue.
Echoes is a TV miniseries released recently, last couple weeks. It's rated TV MA. It is 7 episodes. They are about an hour long. It stars Michelle Monaghan as Gina and Lenny, 2 twin girls. And Matt Bomer as Jack Beck. If you don't know who Matt Bomer is, he was in Magic Mike, and then he was also in what was that?
I don't know them.
He's blue collar, white collar,
yeah,
white collar. He was on White Collar, which is a popular USA show.
I want to know who you're talking about because I recognize the names.
Fine. You'll know her. If I get a good picture of her.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Okay. She's awesome, and she's amazing in this, too.
Cool.
Like, I know she's an actor, but, like, watching her in the show, like, switch between 2 characters. The show's real weird, okay?
Yeah.
So, it basically, at the end of the first episode, I'm going to spoil the first episode for you, because it's the hook to get you into the show. At the end of the first episode, you discover... so basically, like the Lenny has gone missing, and Gina is in LA. So Gina flies to wherever the fuck they are. Echoes Park, I think, is the name of the town. And so Gina flies from LA to Echoes Park, where Lenny lives. They live on two opposite sides of the US. And their birthday is coming up, in which case every year on their birthday, they go on a crazy vacation, just the two of them. And on that vacation, they fill each other in on what has gone on in the last year of their lives. So that way, when they swap and go back to each other's lives, not the same life they just lived for the last year, the other person's life, everything matches up. They like do scarification, they like match their scars, like, so they like do all everything they need to do to pass off as the other person. Crazy. They each have a different accent because the one has been living in LA for like 10 years and the other one has been living in like a country area, so she has a more southern accent. Super weird, super interesting. But so Gina goes to Lenny like a week early before their birthday because Lenny has stopped basically having any communication with her and has come up missing. So she's like goes to figure out what's going on while also trying to ensure that both of their lives don't get completely fucked in the process.
Oh shit.
So it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm only 3 or 4 episodes in. I enjoy it so far. Like it's a fun little watch, and it's a mini series. It's not going to be anything crazy or large. It does kind of remind me, like the feel of it and the tone of it does kind of remind me of The Outsider on HBO, starring Jason Bateman. Sort of starring Jason Bateman, mostly starring what's his fuck?
I don't know. Do you guys know?
If they've seen it, they do. Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the weird HBO The Outsider based on the Stephen King novel. It has a similar tone. It feels the same, or it feels similar anyway.
Okay.
But I currently I would recommend it. It's not anything like crazy amazing or anything like that, like The Sandman. It's just like a show that is like a fun little watch so far.
Okay.
I'm not like hard pressed to finish it, so if that's any indication of like,
you didn't watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I like watched 2 episodes and I was like, this is fun. I'm gonna finish it.
And he'll forget about it after this episode.
Yeah, and then I'll like take 3 weeks to finish it. But I'm not saying I'm not gonna finish it. I am going to finish it.
I'm just making fun of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds interesting.
Yeah. So it was just like a fun little watch, little mini-series. I like that. The reason I started watching it was because it said mini-series. I was like, oh, it's not one of those weird random procedurals that Netflix keeps making. And then running for 4 seasons while canceling the good stuff. But anyway, that's my most recent watch and recommendation.
Okay.
Also, I'm excited for Futurama to come back. I keep thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for that too. So I have another suggestion.
What might that be?
The Blacklist.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's an NBC show. Which what? Shane likes a fucking network TV show.
I mean, at least it's NBC instead of like ABC.
Wow. Yeah. So the only thing that really makes this feel like a network TV show is the horrible CG.
Yeah.
Which isn't like every episode, but they do it sometimes, and it's like just like explode, like fucking
like shitty
cars exploding or buildings exploding. It looks like ass, but it is also batshit crazy. It is about a FBI profiler on her first day getting chosen by a criminal on the top 10 most wanted, turning himself in and says that he will only speak to her.
Who is James Spader?
Yes. I mean, that's 99% of the reason you should watch this, because James Spader is amazing. And he's like, yeah, I'll only talk to Elizabeth Keene. And she's literally like at home with her husband running late. and it has like a almost kind of cutesy like newlywed couple like, hey, I gotta, I'm running late, I need to take the car, and he's like, no, I need to do errands, and she's like, oh, I gotta get to work.
Yeah, I should have 2 vehicles.
And then they like go outside, and the whole FBI shows up to pick her up for her first day because this criminal was like, hey, I need to talk to this lady. And they're like, okay.
Hey, honey, I guess you can run errands after all.
Yeah, she literally is like, I guess I don't need the car, and hands him the keys back.
All right, I'm watching it.
And like it's there's a lot of like spy intrigue kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like why does he want to talk to her? What the fuck does he know about her? She's not like a famous person or anything, or like a tenured agent. She's literally her first day. Like, why does he want to talk to her? So like
her dad was his first love.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Ah,
I meant like season 3, and yeah, but there's 9 seasons. There's 8 on Netflix right now. Season 9, I think, is airing currently, or just finished airing, or something like that, and it's on Peacock. But yeah, no, this show is like crazy. There's tons of guest stars. You'll find yourself caring about characters, and you're like, what the fuck? Why do I give a shit about this person? This is like some garbage network TV show.
Season 9 has finished, and it has already been renewed for season 10.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can tell you some of the guest stars here.
And apparently there was a spinoff.
There's a spinoff? Really?
Yeah, called The Blacklist Redemption.
Yeah,
aired from 2017 to 2017.
That sounds like it was a bad idea.
1 season, 8 episodes, starring Famke Jensen.
Oh, don't look at that. If you don't watch that unless you want things spoiled for you, I'm imagining. I know who she's supposed to be, I think.
Oh. Sorry. Did I spoil it already?
I know, but like I think I know. It would make sense.
Whoopsie.
I don't know. There's tons of
she's Jean Grey.
Yes, she's Jean Grey. There's tons of guest stars. I'm trying to find some that I've seen, and like this is in weird order. Peter Fonda is in it for like an episode.
Oh, okay.
Alan Alda's in a couple episodes.
Okay.
There's a ton of guys that were like the like second in command villain in Marvel and DC movies in it. The guy that was the leader of the 10 rings in quotes in Iron Man is in it.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Who was the other guy? Oh, the guy that he was the Russian gangster in Dark Knight is in it.
The comic book connections are interesting, but let me ask you this.
Huh.
Is anyone from Supernatural in it?
I mean, probably. They're just in everything. They're like herpes. People that have been in Supernatural are like herpes. They're just in everything. William Sadler's in it.
Oh, okay.
He's in like a couple episodes. Fuck, there's so many people that are just like randomly in it. Peter Stormare is in like 4 episodes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, what's her name? Weeds.
The main chick?
Yeah.
God dang it.
She's in it for several episodes.
Mary Louise Parker.
Yeah, Mary Louise Parker.
I love her.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like there's tons of guest stars. The main cast is really good. I want one of the guys to be in some Marvel movies.
As who?
I don't know. Doug and I were talking about it, and he said Cyclops, and I was like, he would work. He's a little old to be like a young Cyclops, but that's what he looks like.
I think I've seen that guy before.
His name, close, Diego Klattenhoff. He's got a weird name, but yeah, he's excellent. I really like him. Spader is always good.
Shane and Mean Girls.
Oh, random. Harry Lennox is fucking fantastic. I love him too.
Oh, he's Yancey in Pacific Rim.
You know Harry Lennox.
That's where I know him from, though. Yeah, I love that guy.
Come on, man.
No, I do know him. I've seen him a bunch.
Okay. I was gonna say he's in so much shit.
He is in lots of shit.
He was in Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. He's the general.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's a pretty good show, especially for being a network TV show. If it was like on something else, I think it would be probably like fucking amazing. Yeah. As it is, it's really good. Yeah. They like work really well within the confines of network TV. There's like a lot of blood. There's obviously not any swearing really to speak of. Yeah. But like there's a lot of violence for a network TV show. So at no point in
time James Spader says, "I'm the fucking Lizard King"?
No. He you gotta watch it, because like the way that he like gets in people's heads is the weirdest, most nonchalant shit. He's just like being James Spader. He's just like talking, and you're just like becoming afraid while he tells the story about a girl he dated in high school or something. And you're just like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you being weird, man? Don't kill me, dude. Yeah, it's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, like I have thought about watching it a few times, but I just always come back to it's network TV.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt. But like,
does it have like how many episodes are in a season?
As many as you were afraid of.
And are like 15 of them filler?
Not in the first season. The first season is fucking crazy. Like shit just keeps happening like every other episode. I think the first season's 22.
Yeah, 22.
But it's like major plot stuff is just constantly happening. And major plot stuff happens pretty consistently through the second season, but it is like procedural. Like you do have like a story every episode, but like
it seems to be consistently 22 episodes.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But it does like shit happens every episode. It's not like, it's not as formulaic as Supernatural, where Supernatural was like, okay, the boys are going to talk about the thing in the beginning. Okay? Random shit through the episode. The boys are going to talk about the thing at the end. It wasn't like that. It was like
season 7 is only 19 episodes, but every other season is 22 episodes. Weird. But season 7 started to run into May of 2020.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a weird correlation. Almost 3 years, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And I think I actually remember like a bunch of announcements of them having issues filming.
Yeah.
The Blacklist specifically.
They do a lot of like, I don't know how much like on location they do, since it's just a TV show.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of like plane hopping stuff. I imagine most of it's sets, but like green screens, but
yeah.
Some of it's kind of obvious because, like I said, they don't have a lot. Like, I guess they don't have a huge budget for CG.
Yeah,
but,
probably not.
Some of it looks like they're actually at a place that looks like it's in Russia or
Yeah,
in like Europe and like around the Mediterranean or something like that. You know, it's really interesting. I think it's good. I'm curious if it can keep, because like I said, I literally finished season 2 last night. Season 3 I haven't started season 3 yet.
okay, so you're about to start season 3.
About to start season 3.
Season 1 compared to season 2.
They were both good. I think a little bit less happens in season 2, but the finale was more satisfying, but also like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Because the show is very much like, hey, here's a little bit of information, but that information just leads to more questions.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's also like about the identity of characters that you've been looking at the whole season, and you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah. So at the end of season 2, so here's the question that would get me to watch the show if the answer is yes.
Okay.
By the end of season 2, do you know why he's chosen her specifically to talk to?
Yes.
I wanted you to say no. That's interesting, because that's one of my big problems with network TV.
Yeah.
Is it's like, this thing we're gonna beat into the ground until we get canceled, and you're never gonna know.
Yeah. No, so like, I mean, I think, as far as I know, it could be retconned or he could have been lying.
Yeah, but you still have like, it even if it's false satisfaction at the time, you still have the
and it's literally like, you find out, so like, you know, in general, so it kind of like flops back and forth, because you're like, okay, this is why he's doing it. Oh wait, this is why he's doing it. And like, it's like the first one, you're like, oh, it's because he cares about her for some reason. And then it's like, oh, he actually wants this thing from her, and he's actually a bad guy. And then it's like, oh, well, no, wait, it's about her, and like protecting her or saving her or whatever. And then, wait, no, it's about protecting himself. And then like, and it just keeps going back and forth. And like, you're like, is Red a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he a bad guy with a good heart? Is he a bad guy with a black heart? Is it like, and you're like, you don't know, and you're just like the whole time, but you're like the whole time you're like, fucking love James Spader.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also okay with the flip flop as long as there's like, you know, like,
it makes
time
sense
to let each thing like.
Well, sometimes it's like it's in the same episode, but it's like also to like fuck with the Keen character.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's fucking with her, and like, she emotionally is dealing with that fucking with her, because she like knows that she's like, oh, I thought you were, you actually gave a shit about me, but now I know that you're just manipulating me.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And she's like, you're lying. And he's like, okay.
So your 2 recommendations are very interesting.
Yeah.
Is James Spader actually John McCaffrey?
McAfee?
McAfee? However the fuck.
McAfee? A lot less drugs.
Oh, okay.
More charismatic. Although McAfee is charismatic. You need to watch that. We're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
But yeah. Similar kind of characters, like jet setting, like crazy criminals, like always on the run, like everybody knows who they are, but like nobody does anything about them. Yeah,
it's interesting.
Kind of a little bit similar. One's less crazy.
I'll figure out which one.
Yeah, figure out which one. All right, so that's gonna do it for our suggestions. Next up, we have a new segment. It's kind of a rehash of an old segment with Dave, but I got a new title when he's not here.
Oh, okay.
Random internet quizzes with Shane, because Dave isn't here.
Woo! to Random Internet Quizzes with Shane.
Because Dave isn't here.
Because Dave isn't here.
All right, buddy.
That was a little harder.
Can you pick... The title of this quiz is 6-letter words in 1970s songs. Can you pick the correct 6-letter word missing from these 1970s songs? There are 25 questions, and I'm assuming you have 2 minutes per question. I'm not sure, but hopefully we don't take that long. We Are from Sister Sledge. Oh my God, there's a lot of answers here. Affair, Albert, Chance, Cradle, Enough, Family, Fooled, Grange, Hooked, Killer, Living, London, Maggie, Middle, Mystic, Needed, Number, People, Psycho, Rocket, Search, Shadow, Sheena, Tramps, Yellow. From Sister Sledge, We Are blank.
Magic.
Mystic?
Yes.
Family blank. Sly and the Family Stone. The same words. Affair, Albert, Chance, Cradle, Enough, Family, Fooled. Oh, you get 2 minutes total. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna put Tramps. No, that's not right. Queen, Killer Queen. Into the Blank by Van Morrison. Oh, it takes one of the words out. No. It's Into the Rocket. Into the Rocket. Into the Shadow. Nope. Blank Dancing by Andy Gibb.
I don't remember the words.
People Dancing. I don't know. Psycho Killer, Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Uncle Blank, Admiral Halsey, Paul McCartney, and Linda McCartney. Uncle London. Nope. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I got that one. Short. We failed miserably. That's a 2-minute quiz. I didn't know it was just 2 minutes.
Talking about things that give me anxiety.
You not being able to look at it while I was looking at it was probably a terrible plan.
This is stressing me out.
Oof. Well, good news is the trivia is easier with friends. Why not get a team together and play virtual pub quiz? No, thanks, bud. Let's do another music quiz, and I'll turn this so we can both see it. Pick a 2000s music band by hit.
Okay.
Oh God, that's Pictures.
Oh, what?
Oh no. I'll unplug this. Okay.
Oh, this is 6 minutes.
We get 6 minutes for 20 questions, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
You gotta click on the picture?
I'm assuming.
I don't know what these dudes look like. Oh, I think it's these dudes.
We missed
that's
it.
The Baja Men.
Yep. Danny, California. Where are they at?
Chili Peppers.
Where are the Chili Peppers at? There they are.
Yeah. Two of them have their shirts off.
Breathless?
Surprise.
What is Breathless?
Breathless is...
Just touch it. The chorus.
The chorus.
Say My Name.
Say My Name. Yep. Destiny's
Child.
Oh, yeah.
She Will Be Loved.
That's Maroon 5. Where is... Yep, that's His Beautiful Face.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Green Day.
That's all their beautiful faces.
Chasing Cars.
Oh, Chasing Cars is...
Is it Radiohead?
No, it's... Fuck. I don't know what they look like.
Who is it?
It's the Wallflowers, I think.
The Wallflowers. Is this... What is
I don't think it's not a girl singer. I think it's them.
Them? Hey,
Oh,
Snow Patrol. You got it right. It's a beautiful day. Where are they at? There he is.
Yeah, there we go. That's you two.
Feel Good Incorporated.
Yep, the gorillas. That's the only animated picture.
There's Outcast.
Hell yeah.
Best of You.
What Foo Fighters.
Oh, is it? Oh,
someone getting the best. The best.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling.
Fucking Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas, yeah.
Couldn't remember the
Photograph.
South Fergie.
Fuck,
yep, Nickelback. My Immortal, that'll be Evanescence right down there in the bottom.
Oh, shit, I didn't even realize that was Amy. Jesus. Viva La Vida, that's Coldplay.
Yep.
I pointed at Coldplay.
Truly, Madly, Deeply is Savage Garden, which is going to be those two dudes up there at the top.
Girlfriend?
Girlfriend is them, but I don't remember their name.
Nope. It was B2K.
Oh, B2K. I fucked up.
In the end,
it doesn't
Linkin
even
Park.
matter. Crazy. Oh, that's what's this fucking
CeeLo Green?
Yeah, CeeLo Green.
Gnarls Barkley and CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
Not Ready to Make Nice. I imagine that's the Dixie Chicks. They aren't the Dixie Chicks anymore. They're just the Chicks.
The Chicks.
We got 90% on that one.
That was pretty good. And we did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 36 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
It'd
yeah.
have been
Up top.
Probably been better if you could have seen that.
Yeah. We're sorry that was lame.
Yeah. But that's what you get when you get random internet quizzes with Shane because Dave isn't here. So you got to do 2 lines, Barry.
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of DQP Weekly. I have been not your boy, Dave.
Not your boy.
I've been the soundboard, Shane. Biddly boop. And this is producer Russell.
Thank you for listening, and please follow us on Facebook, Drafty Quarters Productions, Twitter and Instagram at DraftyQ. Find our Patreon under Drafty Quarters Productions. Please donate $1 to our general support tier. We would appreciate it. I said before, I'll say again, our goal is to get 1,000 people to give us $1 a month. That's all we're asking for. Hook us up with your friends. Let us know. That was weird. Don't hook us up with your friends.
I mean, I'm single.
Shane's single. I'm getting married. Hook Shane up with your friends and send them links to our shows.
My OnlyFans.
Get our word of mouth out there. There's another joke I won't make. Thanks. Also, send us comments, thoughts, concerns. I said that all out of order, so I'm all fucked up. Email us at draftyq@gmail.com.
All right. Catch you on the flip side. What was the one? What was the other one?
Don't let your meat loaf.
Yeah, don't let your meat loaf. There you go. Thanks, Dave.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.